Wow. I can't wrap my head around that, and I'm having a hard time even comprehending it. I mean, talk about feeling small. But thank you for joining me for episode 14 of Kyle Talks. I've got loads of videos for us today, so let's go ahead and jump right in.
Hey, what the going on in Washington, D.C. right now? They just put up an 8-foot tall black non-scalable ride fencing that's going back up all the way around the Capitol in D.C., the Treasury building, up from 15th and 17th Avenue all the way to Constitution Avenue. They say all parking is restricted everywhere for tomorrow. Concrete barriers. What the is really going on? I'm talking about this video is from today. This lady was going live. Now they say NATO flew in last night and they supposed to be doing a summit from July the 9th from July the 11th. What the like why do they need barriers, riot barriers? Y'all do anybody know what's really going on down there besides the NATO summit? Like this it's something ain't adding up right now. And why the they always gotta keep us in the blind about shit. We just always gotta figure it out ourselves. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit in the comment section. Like, follow, and share for more content.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand this. Wall to protect our country and our borders, bad. Wall to protect our elites in Washington, good. I'd say our government's certainly up to something, and the party that was meant to be the great unifier sure seems to like to frequently put up walls around all of their events. It's almost like they're worried something they say is going to piss everybody off.
The ideas we've undertaken haven't been in part initiated by me. I remember when the staff, I said, I'm going to go to South Korea, we're going to get the chip. What are you doing? I'm going to get with the staff, I said, I'm going to go to South Korea, we're going to get the chip. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna go to South Korea. We're gonna get the chip.
What are you doing? I'm gonna
get Japan and Korea back together again after.
Never mind. I understand why they put up the walls. Something they say is gonna piss everybody off. For real though, his eyes there were the eyes of someone who realized he said something he was not meant to say. And him repeating, "What are you doing?" right after is clearly somebody in his earpiece yelling at him for it. These are the people running the show, or at least these are the people the media tells us are running the show. Oh man, we're in trouble.
Look, man, y'all thought I was playing? You got the mark of the clone right here. Look at this. See that dot? Sean, let me see your arm, bro. Swear to God. You see? Look, let me see. Hey, yo, Mario, I told you, bro. More and more people I find with that mark. I'm gonna tell y'all what it means by the end of this year, so y'all stay tuned.
Shit. I got the mark, guys. So I've asked a couple of my friends to check their arms and let me know if they've got the same freckle. And of the 4 people I asked, 3 of them did. Now, I don't believe it's the mark of a clone. My fiance, however, did make an interesting theory that perhaps it could be a mark for people who have had a near-death experience, of which, in my lifetime, I have had 2. Maybe I'll tell you about them someday. Now, of the folks that I asked, all of them who did have the freckle did also say that they have had genuine near-death experiences. And I mean, out-of-body type stuff. I don't necessarily think that is what's causing certain men to have a freckle in the exact same spot. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable scientific answer that I just don't have. But I'll tell you what I think. I think that there is a spiritual war going on. And I think that there are certain people who have eyes to see it, ears to hear it, and a mind to understand it. And I wonder if it's those people who are marked. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you have that freckle?
Do you guys remember that story from Isaiah where the Assyrian army was marching to Jerusalem and God said that I will not let them enter Jerusalem, and he sent an angel, came down and killed the entire army?
Dang.
But they had apparently just found proof of that battle.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
This archaeologist, he was like digging and found this old ancient Assyrian coin looking thing. And basically what it was, if I understand it right, it was a layout for an army and like what mountain peaks that they're at and stuff. And he's like, oh, this matches what I've seen in this one region, but no one had explored or dug or lived in this region for thousands of years. And so he went there and did pictures and stuff. And sure enough, it matched up exactly where this battle would have taken place.
That's insane, dude.
And I think they're still continuing to dig and like find stuff of like the Assyrian soldiers and whatnot.
Put it back. Put the coin back. I gotta say, that's a pretty interesting discovery. Now I'm starting to believe more and more in angels and all things heavenly. In fact, I think I'll go on to say that I have completely converted back to Christ myself. I felt that pull over the last couple of months, as I've shared a few times here. I've also spoken to another friend recently who's seeing and feeling that same kind of pull, and like me, he's been an atheist his entire life. It certainly does seem like something's going on, and I don't like to believe in coincidence, so for archaeologists to right now be discovering the supposed battlefield of where I presume Gabriel laid waste to the Assyrians, that concerns me. But what do you guys think? Is it possible that an angel did actually come down and lay waste to the entire Assyrian army? And have they found the location where that battle could have taken place? If you're enjoying my content, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Your engagement helps this channel grow, and the more this channel grows, the more videos I'll make. Let's get back to it.
Never seen temperatures in the state of Georgia. We're in West Georgia. I'm 42 years old. Look at what this sun is doing to these tomatoes. It's absolutely burning the skin on them. Look at that. This is the side that's always facing the sun. Same thing over here. This is very abnormal. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm not old enough to have experienced it yet. I've just never seen tomatoes grow this way. Well, have the sun affect them this way. Look at this. Just burnt.
The internet has been exploding with statements from people saying that something is wrong with our sun. It's glowing brighter, it's glowing whiter, and it's glowing hotter. Now, I don't know if I'm ready to say that there's something wrong with the sun. It's nothing that I've personally observed. I can't tell you really what it looked like before or after the eclipse, other than just, the sun. However, on this one, I did just want to mention that what he's showing here on the tomatoes is actually something called Sunscalding. It is pretty extreme in his case, but it's not a completely unknown phenomenon. It certainly does happen to vegetables, particularly when they're in the middle of a heat wave. Now, as your public service announcement for the day, put mosquito netting around your vegetable garden, and that will prevent sun scalding, even in the middle of a heat wave. On the topic of the sun, though, I could probably do an entire video, 20-30 minutes long, just of videos of people showing different things wrong with the sun. Saw one guy even record the sun setting in the south. Haven't been able to verify that, but if true, that's strange. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Hey, it's Glamham, July 10th, 2024. Super quick update because I already did an earthquake post today, but check this out. I did a video earlier this morning of a 6.7 earthquake south of Africa, where right now in South Africa, they are having crazy weather.
Devastating flooding over parts of Cape Town and dangerous storm surge along the coast of South Africa.
This indicates south of the fault line, although USGS has it north of the fault line. But check this puppy out. So now we have another earthquake, and this was yesterday, which is why it's faded out. So this little area seems to be quite active here. I just thought I'd post since I've been following quite closely South Africa due to the peculiar weather, and of course it is near to home of the blob. See my entire playlist for all things blob. We'll see you soon, and I hope everyone is safe. Take care.
Well, look who's back. Our beloved Bouvet Island and our little anomaly. I gotta tell you, I could listen to Glam talk all day. I don't even care what the topic is. I just love the soothing sound of her voice. But it is certainly an interesting development to find that now we're seeing frequent earthquakes coming from the point of origin of our ocean anomaly. Now, Bouvet Island is a volcanic region, and I understand there has not been any eruption or activity for some couple thousands of years. Is it possible Bouvet is getting ready to erupt? Is it a natural occurrence? Is it perhaps the result of government or scientific meddling? Or is it possible Leviathan's waking up? Now, I'm not sure if I'm ready to believe that that is the case. It certainly does seem like a stretch. But there have been some interesting images coming out of Google Earth about what does look like a world snake wrapping around Antarctica underwater. Very peculiar. It's also interesting that, in Christianity we've got Leviathan, who, if I'm not mistaken, is meant to have a big end times face-off battle with the Archangel Michael. And then if we look over to our Viking friends, they've got, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing this wrong, but Jormundur, the world snake, another serpent that can wrap around the world. Sounds a lot like Leviathan. Apparently, the world snake is meant to do battle in the Ragnarok against Thor, at which time they will kill each other. Makes me wonder, is Thor's middle name Michael? I don't know. But what do you guys think? Is there any remote possibility that Leviathan could be waking up? Or is it more likely our government is just screwing with our planet again and putting us all at risk in the process? Let me know in the comments.
Y'all, something weird is going on. There's still over 1 million people right now in Texas without power. And the whole entire time leading up to the path of a hurricane, they were telling Texas not to worry. And then I came across this.
I have received so many messages like this one from linemen that have traveled far, from Michigan, from Florida, Arkansas, Oklahoma, places from all over the United States to be down here to help with what happened with Hurricane Beryl. So when I tell y'all, the linemen are out here and they're waiting for orders, but Centerpoint is dropping the ball, hear it from them yourself.
They are not letting the linemen restore power because they are working out their wages beforehand. They're more worried about how much they're going to get paid for restoring the electricity that they won't even let them restore electricity.
Houston, I'm a lineman from LA and we are just sitting. Your power company wants to negotiate pay first. We can't move unless someone agrees on pay.
Is that not insane to y'all? And at the same exact time, we have this major heat dome over the ocean. So if this gives you any idea of what the future is going to be like for this hurricane season, and if you thought the path of Beryl was very familiar, even the tornado warnings is very familiar to the eclipse. If y'all had not already noticed, the eclipse left as if some kind of anomaly or pressure system going through the United States that storms and earthquakes are following. And literally 1 week prior, I showed you guys a video of the Livingston Dam in Texas about to overflow. Y'all, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. Oh, and really quick, just for the ignorant, I say it's just electricity. We don't need that. You know there's a portion of the country that needs electricity to live? Ventilators, pulse oxes, etc. Now you do.
Beryl certainly has been an interesting one. Not only did it shoot its way up right along the path of our beloved reoccurring oceanic anomaly blob, but it also decided to alter its course in a way that hurricanes don't normally act, including navigating outside of the jet stream and then making an immediate pivotal turn exactly along the path of the eclipse as soon as it hit land at Corpus Christi. Now, you guys know how I feel about coincidence, and I don't think this is a coincidence at all. I've also been keeping my ear to the ground and watching reports from Texans about what's going on, and the one thing that I've noticed keeps coming up, they all keep saying there's no way Hurricane Beryl, which landed as a Cat 1 hurricane, was able to knock out power. Folks are saying that they think they got hit by an EMP. I also saw reports from Texans who said that at was it 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, they saw giant bright blue flashes in the sky. The storm didn't hit till 7, but the power went out at 5. And at the time, it was just a light trickle. So what the hell is really going on in Texas? I heard some speculation that the path of the eclipse, the path of the tornadoes, and the path of Beryl also manages to strike and cross a lot of major U.S. cities. Are they trying to wipe out the cities so that they can usher in some new one-world government? They, of course, being the World Economic Forum, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderbergers, you know, they. Go figure, once more we see another example of profits over people. Got to make sure they suss out the wages before they can go and help restore power to folks. You would think with the advance notice of Hurricane Beryl and the fact that linemen already have a job and already get paid that the wages would be a quick thing. Once again, you know how I feel about coincidence.
Here's how to stay completely off the government's radar. Here's how to make sure you don't get screwed by FEMA in the next crisis. Here's how to communicate during a blackout. This is how to turn your home into a fortress. 12 medications you should always keep in your home. This is a Navy SEALs bug-in guide, and it is a fantastic resource to have in your home. I'm gonna put an orange shopping cart link down here so you can get one.
I just put this one in there because I think it's an incredibly great book, and I'm going to have to pick myself up a copy as well. Considering everything that's been going on out there today, I think we all might be needing this soon.
Most Americans have no idea that ancient cities with advanced architectures once dotted the ancient North American landscape. Advanced ancient civilizations once inhabited the North American continent. And this fact was common knowledge just 200 years ago.
As Europeans moved northward from the Gulf in the 1530s and westward from Virginia after 1607 and westward from Plymouth Rock in 1620, they did learn that the place had been occupied for a long time. Thomas Jefferson was well aware that there were very, very big earthworks.
What were these ancient earthworks? Ancient city walls, buildings, roads, burial sites.
Artifacts of iron were found, artifacts of hardened copper, stone tablets with writing. Regular farmers just plowing their fields would really turn up literally bushel baskets of arrowheads, spear points, etc. And these things were commonplace.
The real question is, why were these sites not preserved? And why are these advanced civilizations not more commonly known of today? The answers can be found in two surprising places. First, in the 19th century implementation of the doctrine of manifest destiny, and second, in the then emerging conflict between evolutionary science and religion.
Manifest destiny is the ideal that not only are we unique and our institutions are unique, but we have a unique mission to spread that and to take that across the continent. And then the third area is that we are uniquely qualified or called. It is our destiny.
This idea of the different races not only having separate creations, but perhaps they also had different capabilities. That's where that played into it, because it's a small step from there to start talking about allegedly superior or inferior races. And that's exactly what happened.
Starting to think there might actually be something to those claims that America might have been ancient Egypt. Makes me wonder if that's why we're getting judged so hard right now. Is it possible that America was actually Babylon? I don't know. I'm no historian, but one thing I do know is I don't trust any historians, especially if they come from the Smithsonian. I think there is plenty of evidence of ancient civilizations in the United States beyond just tribes of hunters and gatherers. As I've mentioned before, the United States has a greater number of pyramids than anywhere else on Earth combined. They've also been finding a lot of mummies in the United States, from what I hear. I'll have to do another video on that one. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. Why is it that American history is being edited and hidden from us? Why all the cover-ups? what's going on with all those pyramids? What's going on with the ancient civilization that was here? Is it possible that we were the original ancient Egyptians? Perhaps pre-flood or pre-continental drift? I know, it's a pretty wild one, but I'm certainly excited to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments.
Look at that. On a cross. Look at the type of blasphemy. Look at that. They put an idol, a demon on a cross. Straight blasphemy of the Lord Jesus. Highway 61, look at this. This is a woman leaving a man, packing her bags, leaving her husband. Look at the short dress. Look at the red bottoms. Sexual perversion, immorality. Look at the dog. It's a demon. She's following the dog, leaving her husband. Adultery. Look, on a crossroads. Look, they even put a red cross. Look at this. And look where it goes up to. Satan with a guitar in his hand. And look at that. Look what it says right there. Lucifer Express 666. You see, look. I can't make this up, bro. This is in Disney Springs where little kids walk in. This is the first thing you see. Look at the art, bro. I'm telling you, man, the devil's a liar. This is the first spot. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Are you kidding me? We didn't even go 100 feet. Look at that. That's another demon holding a child. That's a demon holding a child. A man in a coffin. Witchcraft. And like I said earlier, look at that. Look at the blasphemy. Straight blasphemy, bro. And these are all totem poles. They used to use totem poles in the Old Testament. The pagans would use totem poles for idol worship. Look at this. Look at this angel of light. A fallen angel. But yeah, as you guys can see, the totem poles. When people say, you know, you shouldn't have a Christmas tree, when they're in the book of Jeremiah, I believe, when it talks about ornaments on the tree, it was actually talking about a totem pole. This, literally. When the Lord says, do not put any ornaments, you see what I'm saying? Ornaments on a pole. They would actually put ornaments on a pole and worship it. It was witchcraft.
Don't take your kids to Disney. Don't watch Disney movies. Don't give them your money. Don't give them your support. Disney is one of the largest worldwide hubs for child trafficking. Don't believe me? Why don't you go ahead and look at all of the number of employees in the last year alone that have been arrested for pedophilia, child trafficking, human smuggling, and all manner of dastardly and inhumane deeds. There's been more than a few sting operations that have scooped up a bunch of Disney employees just in the last couple of months alone. Still not convinced? Why don't you go ahead and take a look into Club 33? I sure would love to know what goes on behind that door. It's an interesting choice of name for their club, isn't it? Like the 33. Makes me think of the Freemasons, the 33rd degree. No way, man. Disney is grounds of pure evil. Period. Stay away. If you're a parent, do better. There are other places you can take your kids. Try a museum. Try a park. It doesn't take much to make kids happy, but all it takes is one bad experience to screw them up for the rest of their lives. So parents, do better. All right, my friends, I think we'll go ahead and close out today's video there. I do appreciate you joining me as always, and as always, if you like what you're seeing, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment. If there's a specific video you want me to review or a topic you'd like me to cover, let me know. I'll see you next time.